All right, what is good, everybody? Welcome back to another video. This is going to be a fucking banger because in this video, I'm about to show you guys and walk you guys through, literally hold your hand, show you guys everything about how I made $57,661 in 17 days with one single info client who had a teeny tiny audience. Okay, so mind you, this client had less than 20,000 followers. We didn't run a single paid ad. We literally didn't spend a dime, and we were still able to print some dog shit in a very short amount of time, in literally just 17 days, as you guys can see on the right here. So guys, you guys have been begging me for the mural board videos. Jason, do more educational content, whatever. I'm fucking back and I'm delivering for you guys. So grab some fucking duct tape your eyelids open, okay? Because you are not going to want to blink once during this video. That's how much value I've put in here. And if you blink once, you might miss some sauce. So I'm literally withholding zero information from you guys, or I packed as much value in this one as possible. You get it all for free. So without further ado, pay attention, watch the whole video, and let's get into it. So I want to start this video off by giving you guys some proof, okay? Because some of you say some crazy shit in my comments, like, Jason, you're lying. Jason, you don't actually do these numbers, yada, yada, yada. So I want to actually show you guys. As you can see on the sales tracker here, September 12th to September 29th. Obviously, these are blocked out to not, put out the client's information or put out information about my sales reps. So as you can see here, $57,000, almost $58,000 collected in 17 days. And you can see the sales stats here because they look pretty fucking good. Okay, and I even included for you guys on the right some WAP notifications just for some more proof. WAP notifications are literally the fucking best. I love seeing WAP notifications on my phone. So yeah, how did we actually do this? So real quick, before I get into all the sauce, we're gonna walk through step by step everything I did. You're gonna see the funnel. You're gonna see the sales process. We're gonna get in the weeds, but let me give you some context so everything I'm saying in this video actually makes sense. Okay, so first of all, this client was in the trading niche, okay, aka the scamming niche. Okay, so why do I say that? It's not to say that this client was a scammer. No, this client had an amazing program, had a lot of value to deliver to his audience. However, he's in the trading niche, and in the trading niche, there is a big stigma around courses being a scam. There's a big, there's a lot of fake traders out there, a lot of people who don't even trade themselves, who sell programs, and people know that, right? So I think it's important context to give you guys to tell you, it'll make sense about like why I did some of the things I did to actually achieve this result based on this information. So he's in the trading niche. He had about 20,000 followers on Instagram and only a couple thousand on YouTube. So we're dealing with a micro audience. This is not someone that, we started working with who already had this massive following, had never sold something. It was literally the opposite. This client was had a micro following in the trading niche, only 20K on IG, like 2K on YouTube when we started working together. And it wasn't like we came in and he had this huge following. He had never sold something before, and there was just easy money to be made. He was literally slinging this through his DMs. Like, he was selling this beforehand and rinsing his audience, and his audience wasn't that big. So we had to come in and make a play to try to generate a lot of money in a short time. And like I said, that's what this video is for. And I'll show you how we did that. So what made this client unique, though, is while he was in the trading niche, aka the scamming niche, right? He's in this like unauthentic kind of like, I don't know, this niche where there's a lot of stigma, there's a lot of bad, shit. It's a very non-authentic niche. And so what made this client unique is he actually made raw, authentic videos. And I think that is what helped set him apart, right? So I want to give you guys context on who we were working with, and even some more context. When we came in, he was slinging a completely random offer. He had like a low ticket offer. He had sort of a mentorship, but he was slinging it through random price points, just chucking it in the DMs, kind of selling people at random prices like, oh, you like this guy can pay 2K. Okay, he'll pay me 2K. This guy can pay 5K. Okay, he'll pay me 5K, which is obviously a pretty retarded thing to do. I'm not going to lie, but that's the nature of it. A lot of people in this space don't know what they're doing. And that's why they come and they hire people like me to, put shit in place to do this shit the right way. Right. So second, okay, I want to talk to you about the audience we were targeting. So we were targeting a niche of biz op retards. Okay. If you know anything about selling B2C or anything about selling biz op, this is like an 18 to 25-year-old demographic. These people are in school. These people are working jobs that they hate, and they're literally just trying to escape the matrix. Okay, I'm sure actually some of you, might be in the same situation, but I'm telling you, like, the type of content this guy made was it was super fucking brain rot. Like, it was honestly pretty funny, which I think helped a lot. But it's very brain rot. It's targeted toward a younger demographic, okay, and a lot of retarded people. If you've ever sold BizOp, you know what I'm talking about. You're not dealing with the most high IQ people in the world. And so we had to do things to adjust for that. And I'll show you what we did. And like I said before, we were in the trading niche, just so you guys know exactly what niche this is. So what we had to do, okay, because like I said earlier in the video, this client had kind of rinsed his audience. We had to set this up in a way where we could just squeeze the rest of the juice out of the audience in the shortest amount of time. Okay, that is exactly what we were trying to do here. We're trying to take a lemon that's already fucking squeezed halfway, and we're just trying to rinse it and make as many dollars as possible within the first 30 days. So kind of a main concept I want to articulate to you guys at the beginning of this video is what we did to position the offer completely differently from what everyone else was doing, right? And that helped us squeeze the most juice out of this audience as possible, right? So what most trading offers sell and what most trading offers market, or any really biz off for that point, or for that matter, is a lot of times they sell on the front end that you're going to get high level one-on-one support, right? So they say you're going to get high level one-on-one support. They sell signal groups. If you know what that is, that's literally people like fucking copying your trades. You're literally telling people what to trade. They're not learning anything. They give away indicators on what trades they're taking. And the kind of marketing is like, just copy my trades, LOL. Like that's the thing. Like join my free Discord and just I'll live stream myself trading every single day. And you can literally just watch me and copy me. And that's how you can make money. Okay. And so what most trading offers do for that reason is they are total fucking scams. Okay. Because obviously if it was that simple and you could literally just copy someone's trades and make money, everybody would be a millionaire with trading. That's obviously not how it works. Okay, most trading offers give no one-on-one support, which people know. People have bought trading programs in the past. A majority of people, who buy offers have been burned by one in the past, right? Literally gave zero one-on-one support with the creator, right? They just use this as like a marketing gimmick, and people know that, right? Most trading offers feel like a soulless rug pull. They literally feel like you're giving somebody your money. They're going to tell you that you're going to make money really quickly. You can just copy trade me. You can get rich really quick. And then they rug pull the shit out of you. They take your money and you're never to be heard from again. And lastly, most trading offers have zero community aspect, right? They're like the community aspect, I feel, it just, like I said, it feels so soulless. Like there's no real, there's no gamification to the community. It's not very fun. You're just kind of, you're just kind of blasted into a Discord. You're completely isolated, completely alone, have no clue what to do. You get no one-on-one support, and you're risking a lot of money to try to make more money with trading, right? And people get fucked that way. And so obviously, Jason, your boy, had to fucking come in here and we had to change shit up, right? And this helped us to make a lot of money. So most trading offers tell you what you want to hear, and the expectation is off from the beginning, and people can sniff that out. They can sniff that out like a canine sniffing out bricks from a fucking truck trying to get across the Mexico border, okay, as you can see here. And so why is this actually retarded and will cost you a lot of money? Okay, it's because the expectation that you are selling, the dream that you are selling is misaligned with reality. You're literally over-promising and under-delivering, which is a recipe for chargebacks. It's a recipe for, once you get to scale, it's a recipe for an FTC, investigation. Like, it's genuinely retarded and will make you less money, okay? One thing that I want to emphasize to you guys is creating happy customers and setting expectations correctly, number one, will actually help you sell better. And I'm going to prove that to you in this video. It will make you more money long term. When people, like happy customers, like fulfillment is a real aspect of these offers. You have to be able to fulfill. People have to be happy with the purchase they made. Number one, so they don't charge back and refund, but two, so they can go tell other people about it, and you can let word of mouth sort of compound from there. Right? And so I'll give you an example about why this is literally fucking retarded. So the example I want to give you guys to show you guys like how dumb this is imagine you completely lie on your Hinge profile. Like you set up your Hinge profile, you say you're some big black dude, you got bust down chains, you got a presidential Rolex on, you're all tatted up, you got I don't even know what kind of fucking jacket that is. It's like some Louis V jacket or whatever, leopard print jacket. Right, you're a boss. That's what you're saying on your Hinge profile. You're a big black guy. You got a big, and you got a Maybach on there. You're flexing wealth. Like you're basically saying you're the shit, right? You're basically saying you're a dog. But what you actually are is you're a fat white guy who has nothing going for him. You're overweight. You literally are a loser. Okay, and you're lying on your Hinge profile. Well, it's like, okay, just play out what's going to happen in that situation. if you lie on the front end and you try to set expectations wrong, let's say you're going to get a bunch of likes. Like if you make this your profile, number one, well, people, this is a guy's like famous, so this won't even work. Please don't do this. Please don't do this if you're watching this video, but you're going to get a bunch of likes. Okay. And you're going to get a bunch of matches. Then you're going to chat somebody up. Let's say Jessica, right? Jessica's over here. She sees you. She's obviously, like you're chatting up Jessica on Hinge and you guys are hitting it off. You guys are lit. Like she's so excited. Obviously, she's super interested because this is her favorite fucking demographic and she's actually about to rinse you and farm Instagram pictures inside of your Maybach. But anyways, imagine you're chatting up Jessica. Okay. And let's say you secure a date, right? So in this case, a date could be a sales call. A date could be whatever, right? Let's say you even secure a date. Well, what do you think is going to happen when your fat ass, imagine this is you, okay? When your fat ass, you go to meet her, right? And you go try to pick her up in your little shitty Honda Accord or whatever car you have, right? Your Toyota Camry. And you go to pick her up on the first day. You tell her you're going to Carbone. Guess where you're actually taking her? Probably like Jimmy John's or some shit, right? It's like, obviously, she's going to be completely turned off throughout the entire date. She probably won't even get in the car with you as soon as she sees you pull up. Okay? So it's like you can lie on the front end all you want is the point I'm trying to make. You can set expectations wrong. You can say you offer one-on-one support. You can you can say you have the best signals in the world. You could tell people to copy your trades. You can completely set expectations wrong up front, but it will fuck you in the end because ultimately when people purchase or when people hop on sales calls, like the further people get in the sales process, the more they know you're just bullshitting, right? And so it's just not a sustainable plan long term, okay? And everybody is doing this in this niche. So here's what we did to actually combat this and make money, okay? So first thing is we set expectations up front. I'm going to show you guys examples of this in just a second, like exactly how we did this, but we kept it real and authentic and we set expectations about the program, about the pricing, about what it is. And we actually gave people one-on-one support. All right. I'm going to talk about that in a second. But number two is we relied on proof. Okay. So we didn't rely on us just telling them like, you're going to get the world. We're going to give you the best signals or whatever bullshit like these people say. We relied on proof. Like this guy had a lot of testimonials. He had a lot of results. And so we could use that in the marketing to position ourselves differently from everybody else. Thirdly, is we actually sold one-on-one help from the creator and marketed that. Like we actually sold one-on-one help and I gave them examples on how they're going to get that. Like I proved to them that we're not bullshitting. And I literally called out other people. You're going to see this in a second. For their bullshit. And I said, you're actually going to get one-on-one help. I know that's what you're looking for. I know that's what you actually want. And for that reason, we were able to sell it at a higher price, which once again, I'll show you in a second. But fourth, we kept it a buck. We kept it a fucking buck the whole time. Okay. So what I mean by this is we don't tell people that, trading is a get rich quick scheme or that you can get super rich really fast with trading. We didn't try to that wasn't the angle that we took with the marketing. We said that trading is a skill that you need to learn. And the longer that you sit there and you copy trade people or you're a signal bot and you just join free discords and you strategy hop, the less you actually learn the skill and the more it fucks you over long term, right? So the angle we took is you need to learn the skill of trading. You need to go through the trenches. You need to, take 6 months out of your life and actually just sit down and learn the actual skill and not be a retard who's chasing quick cash. And that helped us a lot. The fifth thing is we built a sick ass community layout that gamified trading. This helped us so much. Okay. So like I said, most trading offers are a soulless rug pull. Okay. So what we did is we built a layout for the community where they could level up. So they would join, they'd get set at an experience level based on the previous experience they had. And the more they got results, the more they would level up and unlock more access to the community. They'd unlock bonuses. We did sick giveaways. We were planning in-person events. It was really a sick community that felt like a video game. Like you're literally joining and it turned trading into a video game. And it allowed the customers who joined to have fun and enjoy the process. Look forward to waking up and trading every day. And it ultimately led them to get better results, which just gives us more proof and more testimonials that what we do actually works, right? And that's where word of mouth spreads the most, is when people, more so than get results in your program, when people have fun, bro. People are we're humans, bro. We want to have fun. We want to do shit, that we want to interact with people. We're social creatures at the end of the day. And so I think building, and I could go into detail about exactly how we did this, but it's a little too in depth. But it's like, by building the community this way, it was such a unique mechanism that we had and we could use in the marketing and on sales calls. And I'll show you, proof that it helped us a lot in the end. There's a literal proof of what I'm talking about, right? So when people would opt in, I'll show you kind of the funnel and what we did. But when people would opt into the wait list, when we went and like relaunched this program, like in the email sequence that they got, in the VSL and the pre-call video, I did all of these things. I set expectations. I positioned ourselves differently, and here's proof of that, right? So here's an email right here where I just took a screenshot of it. So obviously you can't see the whole thing. On top of all of that, this program will give you the help that I know you are actually after. One-on-one help. Hold on. One-on-one help directly from me. It's not going to be this thing where I chuck you guys into a massive Discord and give you some video to watch and call it good. So what am I doing there? I'm addressing skepticism, because people in their mind, when they join these things, they're immediately thinking, oh, this is just some other trading course. Like, I'm going to get fucked over like everybody else bent me over and fucked me over too, right? And I just emphasize, we actually give a fuck about you, I think like shit like this helps so much. Second thing is I told you I marketed results a lot. So here's just an example of that, right? I also set expectations about the price of the program. I didn't ambush people on the price, and there was a reason for that, right? We'll talk about that when I get to the sales funnel. But here's what I mean. What kind of results do you think you're going to get with my full attention set on you getting results? Now, fair warning, this program won't be cheap. It's not a $250 a month course. It's a hands-on program with limited spots, but the value inside far exceeds the price I charge. I'm setting frame for the price, okay? Next, here's another example. Once again, addressing skepticism. This is a different email. It's like, this will not just be another trading course, okay? Like I'm like calling out the things they're already thinking in their head, and I'm shifting their beliefs on them, right? So it's like most traders don't give a fuck about their students. They throw them into a bare bones Discord and expect them to magically become profitable without giving any one-on-one help. We do not do that. I'll let you know more about the deliverables inside the program in Wednesday's email. Holy sauce, I'm just breadcrumbing them right there, boosting the open rate from Wednesday's email. But let me tell you, I take your success as seriously as my own. Okay, so it's like being super genuine, being super raw, being super authentic, and just being honest, right? Once again, in the same email, I'm saying once again, this program will not be cheap. Due to the fact that I give away one-on-one access, it won't be cheap. I value my time heavily. I can't afford to give my one-on-one time away for $250 a month. This will be a 4-figure investment, right? That way, the people who actually go through the funnel and make it all the way through and they get put on the calendar are qualified. They have an expectation of the price. They're ready to go, okay? So by setting proper expectations, by positioning the offer differently, by looking at what everybody else is doing and what's fucking people over, and by choosing to go the opposite route, what were we able to do? Okay. We were able to up the price. Okay. So if nobody is selling one-on-one access and real one-on-one access, what did we do? We sold real one-on-one access, and we were able to sell it for $8,000. So we had an $8,000 offer, right? It's pretty much like this, but it had a lot of more deliverables. Like you got the guy's personal cell phone number, you got one-on-one calls, you got check-ins. Like there was a lot of other stuff that went into it. The second, they got like a private group chat, etc. Then we had a 4K group offer for people who couldn't afford this, right? Where they could join in, they could still get a lot of the help. It just wouldn't be as one-on-one. It's be more like group calls, group live trading, etc. And this would get credited toward their one-on-one. So that, like, if they join 4K, we could just upsell them a month later for four more $1,000, and they could join the one-on-one program, right? We also had some nice financing options. Shout out Split It, shout out WAP. And once again, we gamified the program. We made it so fucking sick. Like the ways you could level up. It was like a video game. It's like being in GTA, and you're like getting more XP, and you're getting more money, and you're able to like do more cool shit as you level up throughout the game, right? And ultimately, that's what this game of just like making money is. And so we really made it that way. Now, let's talk about the launch. For the launch, you guys know if you've watched other videos on my channel, if you don't know what I'm talking about, go down, watch. I do a lot of these mirror board videos. They're all over my channel. Go watch them. You'll know what I mean. But for launches, I like to keep them super simple. A lot of people like to overcomplicate these shit out of launches. Like they want to set up some crazy like challenge funnel or do the craziest shit. I just think it's so unnecessary for most people, right? So what did we do? We set up a wait list. This was done through Typeform. The first thing I did when we started working with this client is I wanted to get lead info and I wanted to get interested leads ASAP, right? Get them into our CRM, get them nurtured, get them cooking up with email sequences and things like that. So I just quickly built a Typeform waitlist and I had the dude promote it on his story every day. Super simple. This launch was 14 days. So we promoted the waitlist for 14 days. They got nurtured through emails. They got nurtured through some other channels. I'll talk about it in a second. But I didn't do like a 30-day launch. I didn't plan out this huge, event or anything. It was literally a Typeform in a 14-day launch. Third thing, okay, omni-channel nurture with emails, SMS, and Telegram that set the expectation. And I'm going to show you some Telegram sauce here in a second, something that really helped us a lot. But when they opt in, when they actually join the waitlist, I want to get them on every channel that we have so that when the actual launch day comes, we can send announcements everywhere. Like they're getting an email, they're getting a text message, they're getting a Telegram announcement, they're getting their grandmother's telling them, their dog's barking at them because we fucking launched. Okay, that's what I want it to be like. So I have email, SMS, they're obviously in our CRM, and Telegram that set expectations, that nurture them. And we even gave some value. I'll show you how we did that in a second. 24-hour waitlist early access. So what I did was I framed the waitlist. I said we have limited spots on launch. Okay, limited spots on launch. And what I did was I said, if you join the waitlist for the first 24 hours, this was a true thing that we did. For the first 24 hours, only you will have access to be able to get a spot in the program. So it's like if you have 10 limited spots, right? The only way the way you're going to get the earliest access or the earliest opportunity to take up one of those spots before they're gone, before we go public with it, before we launch it on Instagram or we start running ads or whatever the case is if you join the waitlist. You're going to get 24 hours where you can be the first one to get notified. Nobody else will know. We're not going to go live with it on Instagram in those 24 hours. You're just, it's just the waitlist that gets access. So it's a really good incentive. Fifth thing is we gave them free mindset modules from the new program to build reciprocity. So this is one thing I love to do. If you're watching this, take out a pen and paper, write down some fucking notes because this is some sauce. Okay. This is just like a little Jason secret that I like to do. Okay. So in the free Telegram, I always have, when we launch a new program, I typically have the creator make a mindset module. Okay. And what I do with this module is number one is a very motivational module, right? Like we're talking mindset. So it's talking about like, abundance mindset. Like we're talking about, just really like a mindset, making money mindset, right? And it's very empowering for people. It's very motivating. And so what I did, and I have pretty much every client I work with create this when we launch. And because I think it's a good addition to the program in the first place. But another thing we're able to do, especially because it doesn't leak any information, it doesn't give away the trading strategy we use, they're not like satisfying their need for the program, is I send this module to them inside Telegram early as like a bonus that they get for joining the waitlist. So what this does is it makes more people join the waitlist. And two, is there like, it builds that reciprocity. Like it makes that feeling of like, damn, this guy's just giving me shit for free just for being on the waitlist. I'm not even joined yet. Like it makes them feel like they owe us something, which they do. They owe us $8,000 because they all need to piff. Okay. And so in all seriousness though, you can see the message I sent. This was me that typed this, the way I set it up in the Telegram channel. So it's like, huge thanks to all you guys who joined the waitlist. We launched 6 days from now with limited spots. In the meantime, I want to give you guys the first module of the brand new program for free. Here's the Google Drive. It feels like very personalized. It's not like an actual thing in like Kajabi or in school or whatever, or in WAP. See y'all on Friday. Teasing, once again, breadcrumbing the shit out of them. We're going to talk about that later. teasing the actual launch, right? It gets them riled up and ready to go. Obviously, we're also nurturing them with emails. Here you can see kind of like some of the emails. This is not all of them. I had a whole separate sequence, but it's just like, once again, free module from the mentorship. I blasted this during email as well. You can see here, 40% open rate, 7% click rate, pretty fucking good. And I'm just setting frame. Like, here's what to expect on Friday. Sneak peek inside the Motion Network inner circle. Like I'm literally breadcrumbing the shit out of them. They're like a pigeon, right? I'll show you this in a second, but they're like consuming each breadcrumb, consuming each breadcrumb, consuming each breadcrumb until, boom, launch day, that 8K is ours, right? So obviously here's when we launched. Here's like some, just like last second, like urgency emails, whatever. Yeah, that's that. So like I said, this is what I was talking about. I should have showed you guys this earlier. But like I said, we're breadcrumbing the shit out of them. Imagine this is the prospect, okay? Biz op retard, okay? Imagine this is the prospect, okay? We're just dropping them breadcrumbs. They're consuming it and they're moving on to the next breadcrumb, right? And then before they know it, they're inside the program. That's how this works, okay? So now let's talk about the funnel. This is where we get saucy. If you're going to watch any part of this video, if you're about to click off this video, fucking stop it. If your mother is telling you need to go to soccer practice, cancel soccer practice. You're not even going to go pro. You should probably quit anyway. Watch this video. It's way more important. It'll make you way more money. Okay. Second is the funnel. The goal with the funnel, okay, is to filter out retards and put high intent leads on the calendar to create barbecue chicken lay downs for the closers. Okay, if you've been on the channel, you know what I mean by barbecue chicken lay downs. I mean literally lay down deals, layup deals, like you're on a fast break in the NBA and you just got to make a layup, right? Super easy deals. People who are ready to pay. That's the goal of the funnel. So whenever you guys are choosing a funnel or a conversion mechanism, let's say you're like Jason, I don't know if I want to launch with a webinar. I don't know if I want to launch with a call funnel. I don't know if I want to launch with, a low ticket to high ticket, whatever the case is. It's like, what is the goal based on the audience? Okay. So basically and I'll show you guys a diagram of this in a second, we were talking to a bunch of biz op retards, but within that large amount of people, there are qualified people in there who can purchase the program. The goal of the funnel is to nuke them through the process and have only the qualified people at the end, right? So I'll show you that in a second. But how did we actually accomplish this? So first of all, the VSL was real, raw, to the point. It was no BS and it matched the brand. So this creator was super authentic. He made authentic videos like I told you. And so the VSL kept it a buck, right? We were real, we were raw, we set expectations. We said in the VSL that this isn't cheap. It wasn't like your typical edited, like, here's how I went from making $0 to, being a millionaire with trading at 25. Like, that's not what this was. It was very no BS. Okay. Second thing is a pre-call video that filters out retards. So in the pre-call video, we said multiple times, if you're not serious about learning trading, get the fuck out of here. If you're broke, get the fuck out of here. This is a real high-level program. You're getting one-on-one support. This will actually give you the ability to make money with trading. You're going to learn the skill. We're not giving you get-rich-quick schemes. You're not getting signals. You're not getting indicators. This is a real-ass program. And for that reason, it's not cheap. Okay? So if you thought this was a cheap $250 a month Signal Discord, get out. We don't want you on our calendar because you're going to fuck up our sales stats and make us less money, right? Third thing, email sequence that sets expectation. I kind of already showed you that, so it's not really much to say. And once again, we're gauging for high intent leads via friction. Okay, so in case you guys didn't know, the more friction that you add to a funnel, the higher intent lead, the less quantity, but the higher quality and the higher intent lead that's going to come out the other side. So especially on a launch where you have all these people who are showing interest that they want to join the program, but obviously, like, I didn't hire a team of 10 closers for this launch where we could just take every single call and filter everybody out manually. The funnel has to do a lot of the filtering so that we don't, so that there's not super high intent people that are ready to go that don't get booked on the calendar till later and then lose interest, right? And then having retards like book in and just take up slots and take up slots and calendar positions that high intent qualified people could take up. Like, the goal is to filter the retards out and put the high intent people on the board so our closers can get layup deals and we can get to the people who actually give a fuck about this. We can get to them first, right? When they're the warmest. So that's kind of the goal of this, right? And then also we're giving them key information so everything is clear and transparent. So when people book calls, and when they get the pre-call video, they're also getting a lot of like, amazing value dense emails that are giving. We have FAQ videos that are like giving them information about, okay, what's the trading strategy we use? Who typically succeeds with it? How long does it take to see success? How much money do you need to get started, with trading, right? A lot of questions people have, we're kind of handling in the first place. Okay. And here's kind of an example of what I'm talking about. This is like kind of the goal, right? So as you can see here, like this is what I mean with the demographic. It's like, and once again, just so in case you guys like take what I'm saying a little too serious, I have nothing against, I like the word retard. I have nothing against people with Down syndrome or disabilities. I actually have a lot of good friends that like have siblings that are that way. There's nothing wrong with that. And I show love to everybody. I'm just using this to get a point across. I don't even think this guy actually has anything wrong with him, by the way. But anyways, I digress. The point I'm trying to make is here's like kind of the wait, what the wait list looks like. It's like most people that join the wait list in this biz op retard niche are going to look like this. They're just like, they kind of stumble into the funnel. Like some people dead ass opt in to, some of the offers that I run that are like this. And they thought it was somebody else's offer. It's like they opt into this. They're like, oh, I thought this was PB Trading's offer. It's like, dude, what are you doing? Like, what are you talking about? It's like the level, like it shocks me every single day when I read the conversations my setters have to have with these people because it gets bad. Some people just come in and spam the hard R. Like that's the level of people we're dealing with. They're 18 to 25-year-olds, right? And so the point I'm trying to make is you're going to have a lot of unqualified people. You're going to have a lot of retards. You're going to have to, the goal is to filter them out and get to the people who are actually qualified, let them through and put these people on the calendar. So you have to have a filtering process to get this on the other end, right? So the filter in this case is the VSL. It is the pre-call video. It is the application. It's the pre-call email sequence. It's like, that's where you set frame, you set expectations. Like I said, you tell people it's not cheap. You're putting bait in there. You're adding more friction to the funnel to filter out the brokies and the retards and put on qualified people who want to make a change in their life. Okay. Like this guy. Okay. This is, I didn't even fucking see this when I got this picture, freaking the sheets. But anyways, like this guy's got a Patagonia sweater on. He's probably ripping a finance job, doing lines in the bathroom. He hates his life. And he just wants to make money, bro. Everybody in this life wants to make some money. So we're filtering for these people, okay? So here's an example of adding friction to the funnel. So this is like a question in the type form. This is just one example. Okay, I could go show you my pre-call video. I could go show you everything I do, but then, what else would I have left to show you guys? Okay, so I can't show you everything, but here's an example, okay? So this is a very high friction question. I'm literally, it's not, number one, it's not multiple choice. You can see the drop off here, 38%. I'll talk about that in a second, right? Like, this is basically where it says this is a one-on-one tailored mentorship where you get direct access to the creator. For that reason, we have limited spots. Please describe in detail. Justify to us. Write me a paragraph about why you even deserve to be in this program in the first place. Think about this. The only people that are going to take the time out of the day to do that and not click off are people with high intent, people who genuinely want to be there. They're going to say, oh my God, Jason, I've been trying trading for the past 5 years and I just love the content that you make. And they're going to write me a paragraph about why they actually want to join. So what is this doing, right? It's letting the people who are low intent drop off and get the fuck out of here. And these people are even becoming more committed because it's almost like a little micro commitment that they have to get through. Like think about it. We're making them sell themselves on why they deserve to be in the program. Like, there's things that happen on a psychological level there. And honestly, 38% drop off is quite a bit. So I'm not mad I did this. Like, it's whatever, but it gets the point across. And I honestly think it made us more money in the end. But, always monitor your type form questions. If there's too much drop off, like this is borderline a little bit too much, to be honest. Maybe you need to reword it, or like you can accomplish the same thing with less drop off, right? So that's kind of the point I'm trying to make is add friction to the funnel. More people drop off, but the people that get through, it's the filter, right? The people that get through are high intent. They actually want to change their life, okay? Once again, by adding friction, We are filtering for intent. We're plastering the calendar with barbecue chicken lay down deals. Okay. This is exactly what I mean. We take Johnny, the finance bro, freak in the sheets, Mr. Freak in the sheets right here. He's getting on the calendar. His show rate's going to be higher. His AOV is going to be higher. Like, this is just people we want to have on the calendar. We're going to fucking send him to a closer. What's the closer going to do? Barbecue fucking chicken all day. Okay. Barbecue chicken turns into cash. Okay. That's the goal here. That's the goal with the sales process, or excuse me, with the funnel. Okay. It's filtered. Now let's talk about the sales process. Okay. Now, guys, I said this last time, but you really need to continue watching this video. Like, this is so much sauce that I don't think anybody in this space has told you. Okay, so listen to this. The sales process. Okay, given the fact that we've done that properly, we filtered properly. Okay, that's like kind of like something you need to do. It's like a prerequisite to being able to do this. Okay, now anybody who gets on the call should only have one objection, to be honest. Their only objection as to why they're not going to join is fear. They're just afraid. They've probably never made an investment this big. They've never bet on themselves. And they're afraid because of other scam programs in the past. Like, you just have to get people over themselves. You got to get people to stop being pussy. Like, that's fundamentally the only thing that's left. They shouldn't have an objection like, this is too much money, because they should know kind of what the price is going to be a little bit, right? They shouldn't have an objection like I thought this was a little like, I thought we were going to get signals in this program. Like, I just want to copy trade. It's like, you're not going to get that objection because we set expectations properly, right? So the only thing that's left is just on the call, getting them over the fear, getting them over that, like, you're at a cliff, right? You're at a cliff, and the only way to actually, your friends have all jumped off. The only way to actually meet your friends at the bottom and get to the promised land is to fucking just sack up in the moment and fucking take the jump. That's the only thing they're struggling with, right? So let's talk about how we get them over fear. We'll talk about action-based incentives and how I do this with pricing, bonuses, etc. So in my opinion, okay, I've read a lot of books, a lot of famous people. I was actually reading this book the other day. It's called 38 Letters of John D. Rockefeller to His Son. It's a great book. And in that book, he was talking about, in one of the letters, how and I just think this is so true, just something I've noticed in my career, hiring people, it's just a good principle to live by. Human behavior is largely dictated by incentives. Okay. If, like, people make decisions based on what they're incentivized to do. If they're not incentivized to do something, the odds they do it are lower. If they're incentivized to do something you don't want them to do, the odds they do something you don't want them to do are higher, right? It's like common sense. So if people who are on the fence, like they're on the call, if they're not incentivized to close on the first call, why would they? Genuinely ask yourself, like, if they're not incentivized, why would they? If they aren't punished for going and thinking about it or talking to their partner or whatever BS smokescreen they say on the call, that they say to mask the fact that they're afraid and they're being pussy. Like, if people can get off the call and go think about it, and they lose nothing by doing that, why would they not do that every time? People are going to lean toward no way more times than they're going to lean toward yes, because it's our natural human instinct to avoid pain and avoid fear. Okay. So we need to put incentives and structure the offer in a way that deals with this to get people over the edge. Once again, if they aren't punished, like, why wouldn't they just leave? Like, put yourself in a position. You're on a call. Someone's selling you a program for $8,000. It's the biggest. You don't even have $8,000 in your bank account. You're going to finance this bitch. It's like, you're on the fence. You're obviously nervous, right? It's like, why would you not just leave if you don't lose anything by leaving, right? So this is where I implement action-based incentives that help solve this problem. So here's an example. Okay, bonuses and discount that are action-based incentives tied to the first call. Okay, so think about it. For all my offers, I create a pitch deck, right? I'm creating a sales, deck, like a pitch deck that the closers can use that hit on these things and the way we structure the offer. So the way I like to structure offers is you have the core offer, right? We'll just say that's that, right? Core CO. You have the core offer. Then you have the bonuses, okay? Right? That's what this is. Then you have the risk reversal, right? And then you have like the price. Okay. So imagine these are some components of an offer. So what do I do to deal with this, right? So I typically take the juiciest parts of the core offer, like the one-on-one access that people are looking for, like, just the best parts of the core offer, I actually remove them, right? And then we drop the core offer. It's just some bare bones shit. We drop the price, and then we drop the bonuses and the risk reversal and the discounted price after, and we tie it all back in that they only get it. They only get these juicy bonuses, this risk-free offer, this discounted pricing that we're going to give them if they close on the first call. If they decide to make a decision to go forward on the first call, at least leave a deposit, then they get to lock in the lowest price ever. They get like 7 different bonuses. It's literally the things they want the most, and the offer becomes risk-free. They can just, in whatever way you want to make that happen, right? But only if they close on the first call. Okay. And guys, you're probably like, Jason, what is this like little sales tactic? Like, does this even work? Brother, I literally have proof. Jason, does this actually work? This is probably you right now. Jason, this sounds like some bullshit. Well, what I do with all my offers, right, when we take a lot of call volume, is I run the Fathom, the call transcripts through AI. And I have AI give me an in-depth breakdown about why people buy, why people don't buy, the demographic. There's other saucy things that I do in there as well. Okay. Look at what it said for this offer for what converts. Sales process insights. Like, as we're talking about the sales process. The number one thing, I'm not going to show you guys the rest, by the way, because I don't want to give away a lot of the other sauce I have. But it's like, what converts? Number one, sales process insights, immediate action bonuses. 68% of those who paid a deposit or joined cited the fast action bonuses, extra calls, content, leaderboard, and prizes as a motivator. Okay? Do you see what I'm saying? This is just proof that I practice what I preach. This is proof that I'm not bullshitting. And this is proof that you're talking to a real ass motherfucker right now. You're watching a video of his. Like, I'm telling you, the shit works. Okay? So, second thing we did to get them over their fear is, let's say someone was so on the fence and our closer's objection handling for 2 hours, but for whatever reason, they can't get them over the line. The guy's just like, I just can't do it. I just can't do it. I'm just a pussy. I just can't do it. I'm just going to be broke forever. But let's say that's the case. I actually have the creator. I give him the application data. Like, okay, this guy's 28 years old. He's working a finance job. He's got a wife and kids that really need help, yada, yada. And what I have the creator do is I have them film on their phone, a quick 60-second selfie video wherever they are. Just, it's like a candid video. And they go, hey, John, I heard you just spoke with, my boy Jake on the phone. I heard you were just about to get started with the program, but there were a couple things that were holding you back. And the main one being fear. And honestly, bro, that's completely normal. Like, most people who end up being successful have a pivotal moment in their life like this, where they could either take the leap and ultimately bet on themselves and get to the success they want, or they stay in the position they're in forever. Right. And John, based on the application data I'm seeing and based on the call that Jake just sent me, it honestly seems like you'd be a really good fit for this program. And honestly, it seems like you're the type of guy who would bet on himself. Like, you don't seem like the type of guy who wants to stay stuck for the next 6 months. Right. So, I just thought I'd make you this video. I'm at dinner right now with my boys, as you guys can see. And, I just want to tell you, like, bro, like, I've full confidence you're going to join, because I already know the type of person you are. And so we're going to reserve a spot for you. Go ahead when you're ready to go. Just send Jake a message and he'll get you onboarded, bro. Let's get this thing started. I'm pumped for you. Let's get it. Right. Sorry, that was kind of a yap session. But do you see how that video could take somebody who's on the fence? It's coming from somebody they trust dearly, the creator, and it's going to get them over the line. It's kind of positioning it as like, dude, like, I already know you're the type of person to be successful, and that's why you're going to join the program, right? Some might call that a little bit manipulative or whatever. I don't care. My job is to sell. My job is to make money and sell people, my clients, things. Like, that's my job. And ultimately my job is to help people and get people, because the biggest thing that holds, most people back is being a pussy. So if my job is to help people not be a pussy and to get over their own fear, then I'm going to do that because it's better for them anyway, right? So anyways, I digress. But the point I'm trying to make is, this is super effective. It's another strategy you can use if this isn't enough, right? So yeah, Post call, this could be an entire other video, but just to keep it quick for you guys, I know that I've been yapping for a while. Post call, we're following up with every single taken, not closed. We're following up with every no show as well. Anybody who has showed like they are on the wait list, they showed maximum interest. They either got on the call with us and didn't close. They got a selfie video. They or they booked a call and they no showed. Get them back on the board. Don't just like let them go into the abyss and like never contact them again, right? And this is where you need dog sales reps, to be honest. Like this is where the quality of sales rep makes a huge difference, because dog sales reps want to make money. Hungry dogs want to eat. Okay. And if you really want to eat that bad, you'll hit your follow-ups. You'll ruthlessly follow up with people until they're ready to go. Right. And this is what you have to do. And this is kind of goes back to the first point. And the point of this video is squeeze the juice out of the lemon. That's exactly what we're doing. And post call is a very important part of that. And there's a lot of in the weed stuff I typically do with offers that I work with for a while, like email flows, SMS sequences that we do, just different types of follow up, etc. But we didn't even this was just like a real quick launch for this client, and it wasn't even necessary. We did all that manually pretty much with the sales reps because we have some dog sales reps. But yeah, that's a video for a different day. I could go super in depth with that. But anyways, I hope this video helped you guys a lot. I really appreciate you all for watching. If you're watching this video, I genuinely hope this helped you. I know I like to be high energy in these videos. I like to kind of make them as funny as possible. I hope you guys like laugh a couple times during this, or I just sound retarded. That's fine. And so I hope you guys got some value. I appreciate you for watching. Go watch other channels, go watch other videos on the channel if you haven't. Just consume as much of my content as possible, because there's so many gems that I just literally give away for free, right? But yeah, last couple of things. If you made it this far, please, in the description, you'll see my Instagram. Click the link and shoot me a follow, shoot me a DM, say what's up, say you love the video, drop your comments on it, drop a comment below. And if you want to get access to these exact systems that I talk about in this video, way more in depth than I'd ever give out on YouTube. You want to get all my SOPs, you want to get GHL snapshots, you want to get literally one-on-one calls with me, you want to get my personal phone number, and you want to potentially even have me place you on an offer of mine. And let you run it just to get experience and to train you and consult you while you're doing it, and you want to level up your skills to get to the next level, there is a link in the bio. You can just check it out and book a call and fill out the application and see if that fits for you. Third thing, join the free Telegram. Telegang is lit. Okay, if you're not in the Telegram, you're going to see a lot of comments under this video that say Telegang. Join the Telegram. Just do it. Everything I do in the Telegram is completely free. It's all free sauce. I do Q&As in there. Super fun, popping community. And anyways, boys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I appreciate you for watching. And yeah, peace.